99X, we are the Morning X. It's Barnes, it's Leslie, it's Crash Clark on traffic. Our next guest, this might be the most brilliant idea. I know my mind is twisted, but this is the most brilliant idea for a restaurant that I have seen in a long time. You're going to meet the guy who created it next.
Barnes, I am sitting here. This is kind of brilliant. Inside the Freeloader app. Well, there's some great music news, and it's inside the Freeloader app with all the other Freeloader stuff. So make sure you're downloading the 99X Freeloader app. And, of course, it's brought to you by John Foy & Associates Personal Injury Law. Get the strong arm.
Nate Thompson had a brilliant idea. He thought he would put together a restaurant that was made up of very famous criminals' last meals. I freaking love this. You order off the menu by, say, what serial killer?
Oh, this is hilarious.
The meal that they had last. Hey, I'll have the Ted Bundy. Exactly. So please welcome Nate Thompson to the show. Hey, Nate.
Hey, appreciate you guys having me.
Yep. This is up right now, just up in Michigan. And was this your idea? You just, I can't believe this hasn't been done before.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably been referenced. People's probably thrown around the idea as a joke in the past in history, but it really just came to me because being so fascinated with true crime and, both real life and fictional horror, we have the horror museums. I figured if we were going to go into food, this would be probably, the best pivot.
Barnes, we talk about how true crime is so big. So I could actually see people wanting to go there. What kind of people are actually coming into your restaurant? Seriously.
Me. It would be me.
Yeah, I honestly thought it would be, people, closer to around my age, but then you see, grandparents coming with their grandkids and sit down for a meal, and you're like, wow, it's a universal thing. You could be 80 years old or 8 years old. You still love getting as close to fear as possible without actual, any real danger.
It's like a family affair. Okay.
It's a brilliant idea, though, especially for like social media. And I mentioned Bundy. He had an 8-ounce sirloin and eggs, hash brown, toast with butter, jelly, milk, juice, and coffee. And so you serve up that exactly like that, right? And it comes out.
Yep.
I can't believe no one has done this before. What other serial killers or famous criminals do you have on the menu?
So we're always changing the menu and trying to add something different. But right now, our most common ones are John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, the Eileen Warnes, Carol Chessman. That you don't really know that name too much in history,
no.
But that they definitely love that order. But then we tried to experiment with some, unique things that may diverge from their last meals. So we'll have Manson's Charlie's Chips, which is really just a meal inspired by ingredients that would have been, common around Spawn Ranch back in the day.
Crash, I think you're going for the John Wayne Gacy.
No, actually, this is what I wanted to ask. Do you have the Lawrence Brewer meal?
We do not, but I am fully okay with that in it.
well, and for those of you who don't know, Lawrence Brewer was a Texas death row inmate who basically implemented the last meal. Listen to this. You ready? 2 chicken fried steaks with gravy and onions, a triple patty bacon cheeseburger, a Mexican omelet, 3 fajitas, a pound of barbecue chicken wings, a meat lover's pizza, a bowl of fried okra with ketchup, half a loaf of white bread, and a pint of Bluebell ice cream.
Sounds like he was just stalling. He gets to finish all that. So that is where the last meal came from? That's where it started?
Yeah, that's where, because originally they were just giving meals that they would serve in the prisons, but this guy right here, this death row inmate in Texas, Lawrence Brewer, he was the first one to be granted a last meal. Now, he ordered all that crap, never touched a single thing.
Oh, he was just trying to flex.
He was being a dick.
Okay, this restaurant, the last meal, is in the Michigan Museum of Horror up in Michigan, but what city in Michigan are you in? Are you in Detroit?
So we're just a little south of Detroit. We're in Monroe, Michigan.
And you also have a freestanding location as well?
Yep. So we have the Michigan Museum of Horror in Monroe, Michigan. And then the last meal is going to go in about 1.5 miles down the road in the Mall of Monroe. But then we also have the Ohio Museum of Horror, than that last meal location. My goal is every state, hopefully, once I'm old and gray, every state will have a horror museum and a last meal location.
You are gonna kill it. No pun intended. This is. I need the franchise in Atlanta because people would be so. This place is begging for a treatment in other cities for sure.
Well, Barnes, at the Last Meal restaurant, America's first true crime restaurant, there's a drink menu. Would you like the Jack's Ripper? Pomegranate juice, blackberry syrup, tonic water, dried cranberries on ice with an orange disc garnish.
We try to keep it different.
What other drinks? I mean, I'm sure a lot of them look like blood. I mean, what are the other drink inspirations you have there?
He's got the Black Delilah, Burn Bundy Burn, Pogo's Punch, Helter Skelter.
I will say, those drink choices, while they sound a little crazy, I think they're pretty on brand.
Who's the latest last meal that you've added to the menu? Because I'm sure you're changing the menu all the time.
So the actual last meals I introduced all at once, but the most recent new item is the Ted Bundy fries, which they're just loaded steak or loaded Parmesan steak fries. So the steak on top of steak fries. But I posted that, and that kind of ran off on a life of its own. And people come and get the Bundy fries, I think, more than they get anything else nowadays.
You mentioned the drink menu. Dude, if you do not cut a deal with Liquid Death, I think you're missing something. You're missing out on something.
At least serve it.
Yeah, there's got to be a partnership.
I've been waiting for their phone call. Maybe I have to call them. We'll see.
They're pretty big.
What's the most popular meal on the menu? Because I'm wondering if it for the biggest serial killer.
Well, so the actual most popular last meal, I think, just from seeing it, people order it so much, is the Gacy. But an actual dish that isn't a last meal, I would say, would be the Bundy fries for sure.
Well, I'm assuming you have death row alerts set up on your iPhone.
Yeah, I try to stay in touch. I try to stay with my thumb on the pulse there.
Get those new menu items. Okay, give out the website. How can people check out your menu and what all you have going on there?
They can follow NateThompsonVideo.com, and I usually post updates for the restaurants and all the horror museums there.
All right, the restaurant's called The Last Meal. It's up south of Detroit. Brilliant idea. Bravo, Nate. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. We're trying.
All right, man. We are the Morning X, and this is 99X.
It's back. Hey, it's Dan Bongino. I've got some big news for you. Starting February 2nd, the show is back. That's right. The Dan Bongino Show is relaunching, and we're going bigger than ever. Join me live on Rumble.com Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern. We'll cover the stories that matter, cut through all the garbage, and get to the truth. Can't catch it live? No problem. Grab the audio wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, February 2nd, the return to the Dan Bongino Show. Don't miss it.